put these videos out, I'm reminded of that. I'm reminded that this path is a lot greater than just one part. You know, this chapter, it doesn't end. It teaches you what it means to be yourself. It teaches you what it means to go within and to overcome. You know, not trying to stop anyone from their journey. I'm not trying to stop anyone from their growth. I'm looking within for the answers, you know. And how do we look inside for the solutions? What part of ourselves um, opens up when we do that? What part of you becomes that light? What part of you becomes the solutions that you're seeking out after? You know, are you putting in the time? Are you putting in the effort? Are you able to put in the ability to grind to that level? To, you know, sit down even after you've pulled multiple hours. Sit down after you've gone through challenges and start to believe in yourself and to believe in your being. You know, I'm not here to stop, but to grow, to learn and to manifest. And you know, it's quite amazing what challenges can do for you. You know, they can teach you how to ask yourself the questions that you're seeking out after. It can teach you to become a student in your life. And you know, I'm sitting here in front of the cameras reminded that it's more than just about oneself. It's about enjoying the journey. It's about enjoying the path. It's about being a part of your purpose. You know, what drives you, what makes you the person that you are inside, what is it that you do that sets you aside? What is it that you do that brings you to that place where nobody else is willing to go? You know, I enjoy putting out these videos because I'm able to speak my mind, you know, and I speak my mind on a daily. I speak my mind from a place within where what I've recognized is that it isn't just enough to be skilled. It's not enough to have those things moving in a direction. It's about being you. And you know, I've worked daily to only allow those type of things to open up. I've worked daily to be inside of a place of focus, be inside of a place of purpose, to use this journey to overcome, to use this journey to manifest. And I wouldn't ask for anything else less in this life. I wouldn't ask for anything to change, you know. Those that recognize what it means to be a part of this path, you know, they'll see that light inside. They'll see that ability. They'll set their beacons high. They'll set their beacons beyond the challenges. And when we are united in being, when we're united in purpose, when we're united in ability, amazing things can happen in our lives, you know. And I think of all of those that are affected because I came. I think about all of those that have challenges that they face off against. I think about what it means to be oneself, to use one's dreams, to use one's ability, to use one's mentality, you know. And as I sit here in front of you guys today, and I'm reminded that this journey is worth it. I'm reminded that what comes from within radiates outwards when we look within for the answers. I'm focusing on that part inside. We have the ability to overcome things when we use our gifts, when we use our talents, and I'm grateful. Even today I learned, and I am grateful for all those that are a part of my life, and when we're talking about focus, when we're talking about a place of motivation, we have to look at a way to grow. We have to look at a way to focus beyond, to allow ourselves to open our minds, to open our being, to open our purpose, that we might be able to expand our minds, and today was one of those days where I got to see that firsthand, that there's still growth, there's still places to always be growing, to always be hungry, to always be, going after our dreams, our goals, our being. And I know that what matters the most is when we become that journey, when we embrace this part of our path, when we embrace this part of our purpose, when what we're facing off against, we ultimately start to overcome. I can't imagine being anything less than who we are inside. I can't imagine being this person within, to be this person, that this journey has its place, that it has a purpose of being, that the human being gains understanding, that the human experience is an actual experience. It's being able to gain and to learn and to manifest. And when we're facing off against challenges and we put in the time, we start to actually literally put in the effort. A lot of people don't see this office, but it manifested itself. It manifested when I started to recognize it. It manifested when I started to put in the time and the effort and the ability to put it into being. And we can achieve our dreams the same way. We can sit those things down in front of us and manifest them, and I know that not every single day will work perfect. I know that not every single day will be the way that you're seeking it out to be. But if you look inside for the answers, the solutions start to appear. The solutions start to use the knowledge, the purpose, the path, the journey to utilize your being. And, I'm sitting here in front of the camera recognizing that no matter the challenges that I face off against, it's within that the solution comes. It's within that the being opens up, and it's inside of being human that we find ourselves. It's inside of being human that we find the way to overcome. Inside of being human that we find solutions. I couldn't seek out a greater journey. I couldn't seek out a greater path than being myself. And it's quite amazing when we light up in this world, because when you give yourself the ability to express you, when you truly start to use your purpose and your path starts to find its way to you, it doesn't start when others, okay, it starts when you're sitting in your home by yourself. It's when you're speaking your mind out. It's when you're sitting in your meditation room, or you're getting off of your profession to sit down and meditate, or to speak your mind out. This place of being, this place of purpose, is to truly grow. It's to truly manifest our dreams within. I don't want to stop this journey from progressing. I want to continue to grow. I want to continue to seek out what's meant from within. It's quite amazing when we start to do that, when we start to see the path and the purpose that we're meant for. It's when we're becoming that kind of light, it's when we're becoming that kind of purpose, it's when nobody's there and you're speaking your mind. It's when you're believing in yourself even when others aren't believing in you. It's when you look within for the answers, when you manifest your dreams, when your purpose becomes your light, when your purpose becomes your path, when it truly lines up with your being, when no matter the challenges you find yourself. I recognize that it will happen for you. It's not a accident that you came along. It's not just a day. Your path has brought you to that place inside of yourself. It has brought you to that place inside of your being. The things that have happened in your life are meant to bring you closer to your purpose, and they're meant to bring you closer to your ability to become yourself, and truly standing strong inside of that. Truly standing strong inside of that is what the purpose of life means to me. It means that we are able to find ourselves, and when I look at meditation, I look at motivation, I look at inspiration. What I'm asking myself is, how can I grow closer to being me? How can I allow the things that I've gone through and the challenges that I've faced off against to manifest this purpose? How can I allow it to not stop me? And I'm inside of that place inside of oneself where no matter the challenges we face off against, we become the solution. See, a lot of people seek it out from the external. When you seek it out from within yourself, your being starts to shine, your ability starts to open up, your mentality starts to become a reflection. It's not just how can it become more? It's when your challenges no longer have the ability to stop you. What opens up beyond that? When you become yourself. When your ability inside no longer has the ability to hold you back. I'm so grateful that I've had challenges, because they bring us closer to ability to overcome, and it's like fog. Like when I lived in San Diego, I used to take this corner called La Jolla, and it was a corner from the 52 to the 5. And when you take this corner at night, it gets very foggy. And when you are taking this corner at night and you're trying to um, find a way through it, and you're trying to find the way to manifest, and you're trying to find the way to overcome the challenges. It reminds you of the metaphor of what it means to follow the lines, to follow the path and the journey, and to utilize your path. It's quite an amazing thing when you you go through things. I didn't think that I would be right here. I thought that different things would happen in my life, but I'm grateful that these things have happened in my life. I'm grateful uh, that there's much journey, there's much path and there's much purpose to what it means to be yourself. I'm not trying to be anything less than me, and when we find that place where our focus opens up, in our place of purpose, what is it that we gain? What is it that you're going to gain from being yourself? I am not trying to hold anybody back from their ability. I'm not trying to hold anybody back from their mentality. It's quite a journey that we find ourselves on just by being ourselves. When we think one way, we all of a sudden learn from another, and we learn from ourselves to become a light. I recognize that when challenges come our way, we have to allow ourselves to be that person who finds the way to overcome those challenges. We have to find our way to believe in ourselves, and what are some ways that we can strengthen that part of our being? What are some of the things that you're doing today that set you aside? What is it that you do that is unique? What is it that you do that you could be doing for the rest of your life that you're going to recognize your journey for? I'm asking you a question that I hope for results later from people. I hope for results from all of you that listen to this message. What dreams do you have? What goals do you have? What path do you follow? It's super important that we are on this path of being, this path of purpose. I'm not trying to be less than. I'm not trying to be anything other than oneself. I can't change who I am. I can grow from within and utilize this being, and the things that are attracted towards us will find themselves in our direction. And it opens us up to amazing things happening in our lives. It opens us up to part of our being becoming light. And when our days are light and our discipline is strong and our abilities open up, then what we start to manifest starts to come from within. It starts to come from the ability to overcome, the ability to become that kind of a light, to become that part of our journey, to become that part of our path, and it is in that place that you will start to find yourself, and it is inside of that place that you will start to find your being, your when you are overcoming challenges by being yourself, then you become something great. I'm looking outwards at the growth that happens from within, and I'm looking outwards at the ultimate part of this journey is that we are going to have challenges. We are going to have things that are working for us. We are going to have things that are going to work in our favor. And we are going to find positivity within ourselves. I'm not trying to hold back that part or to hold on to things that aren't meant for me. I'm trying to hold on to this being and to this journey into this path. And when I'm in this place, what sets it aside is that this journey's path is meditation. This journey's path is knowledge. It's that the belief within becomes stronger. It becomes greater. It becomes what I seek out after on a daily basis. When I'm in a place of focus and I'm in a place of purpose and a place of journey, what is it that we become? What is it that we manifest? And it's why I'm here on this planet is, I've seen many that have been through the pains that I've gone through. I've seen many that have faced off against things. I've lost friends from cancer. I lost a friend with stage 4 metastasized cancer. And what does it mean to grow? How can you overcome those kinds of things? Asking yourself the question is, what I'm doing today, is it motivation? Is it meditation? Is it inspiration? How has that helped me to grow? And, if you're looking at this story and you're looking at this path, how do you look inside for yourself? When what you're facing off against on the outside is also seeking out you. I'm so grateful that I have the ability to sit in this room. I have the ability to bring up this and to speak and to utilize the universe and to utilize the lessons that are within. It's quite an amazing journey that we're on. It's quite an amazing path, and we have to trust in the Most High that the things that are meant for us find their way towards us. I'm not trying to be anything other than myself, and it's amazing when it is happening in our lives. What do you want to achieve? What dreams do you want to overcome? What types of things do you want to manifest? And all I can do is share. I can equip you with the tools that I utilize on a daily, that writing things down, speaking things out, manifesting them start to happen, that allowing yourself to not let the things that are around you be greater than what's going on inside, to be greater from within, to be the purpose to what your path is bringing in your direction. I believe truly that we are here for a purpose. I believe that when we let go of the things that are not meant for us, that the things that are meant for us start moving in our direction, that when you become from within, that the light inside starts to shine outwards, when you're your purpose and your path and your journey start to connect, that you start to manifest greatness in your life, that the universe will yield for what you put out, what your mind puts in, you know. And I'm sitting here in my office, you know, that I've spoken about multiple times, you know. I'm going to the position that I spoke about multiple times. I'm focusing on the path and the journey, and each part of this being and this purpose is that it is allowed to attract itself to you. It's allowed to be a part of your path, that you have what it takes within, that you have the light inside of yourself. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Your exact being is greater than the challenges that you face off against. Your exact being is greater than the things that you go through. What is it that you want to light up? What is it that you want to overcome? And so as I sit here and I manifest those dreams, as we manifest that part of our purpose, are we accepting our path? Are we allowing ourselves to not be held back by the things that are going on inside of us? You know, I am not brought here to be lesser. I'm brought here to be great, to be within, to allow myself to grow, to be that greatness that is within. And how do we allow that to shine? How do we allow that to open up in the universe? What is it that we can do that will allow others to see that light inside by just being yourself? Like, I mean, this path, this purpose, this journey, what does it mean to you? What does it mean that, you know, you would be willing to put in the extra effort, that you'd be willing to put in the extra purpose and the extra part of your journey, you know? As I sit here in front of this path, you know, it's greatness that comes from within. It's greatness that comes from that place where nobody else is willing to go. It's when you're focusing beyond the challenges, when you're focusing from within and that light starts to shine, you know, when your being starts to open up and it starts to use your gifts, your talents, and your abilities in your direction, you know. Many different parts of what is meant for us come when we're going through things, you know. They come when we're not able to become less than ourselves. You know, I'm not trying to be like other people. I don't want to be like anybody else. I want to be myself. I want to inspire through mind, through purpose, to cut through the universe, to cut through the ability to open up, to manifest yourself, to manifest your being, to be that purpose that lights up this world, that it's more than, you know. And when you face off against things, when you're going through challenges, are you looking within for the answers? Are you looking for within for the solution? You know, I'm not looking to be like anybody else. I don't want to be anybody else. I want to be who I am within and to use that part of my gift and that part of the ability within ourselves to manifest. See, when we manifest from within our dreams, when we manifest from within our goals, our purpose starts to open up. And, you know, I'm seeing that what happens is that we ultimately overcome our challenges by being ourselves. You know, I'm looking at when challenges come your way, they have much to teach. They have much to learn and they have much to manifest. And when you look within for the answers, when you start to look within for the solutions, when you start to look within for the ability and the mentality starts to open up, what you're ultimately becoming is that light. What you're ultimately becoming is that purpose. It starts to become yourself. You start to become your light. You start to become your path, and you start to find a purpose in being who you are inside. And when we're able to uplift from that place of focus, we're able to uplift from that place of discipline and knowledge, then our growth starts to open up, and our journey starts to become more, and it starts to become something that you're seeking out after, and you're seeking out your being. Your purpose will become your journey. It will become your path, and it will find its way into your life. It will find its way into your being, and your journey will truly light up this world. Your journey will truly light up the part of yourself that is understanding. It will light up the part of yourself that is more. And when you're no longer allowing yourself to be held back, when you're allowing yourself to become more than your challenges, then you will start to believe in yourself, and you will believe in your being, and you'll believe in your purpose, and the things that are meant for you will start coming towards you. Are we seeking out that part of our journey? Are we seeking out that part of our path, and how is that part opening us up to overcome challenges? See, when we're looking at it, what is it that we're looking to achieve? What is it that we're looking to become? How do we manifest our dreams? How do we manifest our goals? How do we manifest our purpose within? It's inside of that place of being where it becomes light. I look forward to spending more time in meditation, spending more time communicating, more time on videos, more time in this place and in this purpose that I was brought here for. I was brought here to not just speak it, to become it, to light up this world, to become that others might find themselves. I am not trying to be anything less than who I am, and it's quite amazing when I hear other people that have heard my message, and they become uplifted within themselves. Because when one person's life is touched because it came along, because one person's life is touched because they heard what I went through, then it means that I affected somebody's life. And if we're able to do that on a daily, if we're able to, sit down inside of ourselves and to gain the knowledge and to overcome the challenges and to learn from the things that that we have inside of ourselves, it's quite amazing when you're not just overcoming, I'm looking at the outside and I'm looking at the ability inside to overcome what challenges come inside. It's not just from that place that the outside becomes the ability to overcome. It's when you're looking inside for the answers. Well, I do hope that you all have a wonderful night, and just wanted to get on here for a few minutes, and I'll get on here tomorrow again. Blessings as always. Namaste.